Alright, good evening everyone. Mr. and Mrs. Luke, Mr. and Mrs. Kim. We have with us gathered today an evening full of adventure, auditory, a really big hall full of people who love Wilson and Joann. And I hope that you're all taking in this love and everything that's full of splendor. My name is Bryan and I've had the privilege of speaking to you today as Wilson Luke's best man. And I first met Wilson when we were freshmen at the University of Washington 10 years ago. So this is around the fall of 2008. And at that time, we were in the process of joining a fraternity, Lambda Phi Epsilon. And I think one of my very first impressions of him is something that's going to stay with me for the rest of my life. I remember him wearing an Argyle sweater vest. He was wearing pleated pants, signature glasses, and despite this very polished yet slightly nerdy look, you can tell that he had a really reassuring smile about him. And when we're entering this new phase of life, especially in college, it's a departure. It's full of chaos and it's full of unknowns and uncertainties. But one thing is for certain, and that's that Wilson is dependable and he's reliable and he's trustworthy. And that's something that I think all of us can agree with. And for me, it was evident since day one. We ended up in the same major in informatics at the University of Washington. Ended up doing a lot of road trips and travels to different parts of the country. And just being with him in such close quarters, it's really evident to tell that Wilson really is reliable. Maybe too reliable. I mean, he's worked at an insurance company. And despite this, it's really important to always have someone that you could fall back on, someone that you could lower your guard and your wall. And I think for me, Wilson was that person. So a couple years after college, I remember first hearing about Joann, and it's always refreshing to hear something or someone new pop into his life. So like May said, I also wanted to learn more about her. And when I met her in person, I could tell that she was sophisticated, poised, elegant, collected. And I couldn't even think of a more optimal match for my pledge brother. She has such a warm and caring heart, and I always, now that I'm on the East Coast, feel very welcomed when I visit Seattle and when I stay with them. For you two, I know that you two are going to have very much successes if the Zelda-themed proposal and this Zelda-themed wedding is indicative of your future. I know that you'll have many more features to come. And despite uncertain times, you can always rely on Wilson's reliability and his reassurance. It's that same smile that I've seen 10 years ago. And Joann, I'm so happy that you're next to him and that you're by his side, and that you two will have so many more adventures together. So I'd like for us to all raise a glass, and then one of my favorite toasts. There are good ships, there are wood ships, there are ships that sail the sea, but the best ships are friendships, and may they always be. Congratulations.
I gotta give Bryan a hug, man. Hope we made it.
Aww.
Love you.
Alright, I'm gonna take it for your welcome.